Yeah, it helps when you don't have the microphone muted. Yeah, it helps when you don't have the microphone. That would be a thing. All right, I don't need. What am I doing this? Hi everyone. So sorry about the delay. Couldn't get Streamlabs to work, and then OBS decided it just wanted to remove all of the two scenes I had set up for this, so I had to throw this together real quick. In fact, hold on a second, I'm clearly missing something very, very, very important. So give me a second here. Hello, Mila's mom. Hi, mommy. How you doing? All right, hold on one second. This is gonna take a little bit of time. Not too much, but just a little bit, and it's gonna be completely useless. And yet, I'm going to do it anyway because I want to. Where are we at? There we are. Yay, Lutra. My otter character from the Bay City Chronicles. This has to be on my... Has to be here. Seriously. It cannot not be here. I mean, look at it. It's cute. Jiggly saying, how's it going? Let's see here. Knock that down. And then filters. No, nothing of those. Let's see, color correction. Make this about 75% opaque. Because I want to... 65 should be fine. Yay, okay, there we go. Hi. Sorry about that. Oh yes, indeed. Don't worry. We're going to be talking about all of that today. I don't know why the chat box down there is not getting everybody. That is making me not happy. But whatever. Hold on a second, actually. Let's do this real quick. Let's just make that 60 seconds. There we go. Hi, everybody. All right, so let's talk about how it's going, because it's been an interesting number of days, let me tell you. Biggest thing is today I actually got to do chemotherapy. So, yay that. In fact, chemotherapy is actually still ongoing for me. Can't really show you this too well, but I've got, let's just stand up here. I've got this fanny pack here. That's a pump. It is currently pumping chemotherapy into me for the next 46 hours. 45 by now, but, still. So by Wednesday, I will be able to take this off and, well, I go back to the hospital to have them take it off. But, that's going to be interesting to see how well I can sleep with this. I already have another thing I have to hook myself up to sleep with. It's called a TPN. That's how I'm getting all of my nutrition right now. I can't actually, eat food. It's going to be like that for probably a little while. Kinda sucks, but, such is life. Basically what's happening is my gut is too slow. And if I even just drink... If I were to sit here and drink, all the water in this right now, I would be in a lot of pain for probably 4 to 5 hours. So, Well, yeah, because it was a 2-hour infusion, at the place. Could have been longer, but they decided not to give me one of the medications right then. And then it's a 46-hour infusion, at home, basically. I don't know if it's radioactive per se, but, it's not great. But, it is what it is. It's not too much of a thing here. Hold on a second. Font size in this is really small. I want it to be bigger. There. So, I will say I'm probably more immunocompromised than I would expect, which means when I go out, I'm probably still wearing a mask no matter what. I have not been able to get the COVID vaccine yet. I'm working with my oncologist to figure out if I can actually get it. Before he said yes, that was before, like, I was having a lot more issues with things, so I'm going to double check with him just in case. You know, I just can't be too careful with, you know, your compromised immune system. Hello there. Well, thank you for listening. That's cool. Really, you don't need to watch my ugliness here. You doing, Crafty? Yeah, you can just listen, because that's really all this is. For the most part. So, start off with the really interesting good news I got last week. I decided after I left the hospital on the June 9th that I wanted to see I wanted a second opinion, basically. Not that I think my doctors are bad. I think they're great. I love my oncologist. He's a great guy. But, you know, I might as well, like, go out there and see what's there. Well, as it turns out, I found a specialist at the University Hospitals in Cleveland. Hello there. And, so my cancer has these things that are called signet ring cells or something like that. Turns out those are rare. And this doctor in University Hospitals in Cleveland is apparently like leading the nation on studying them. So, like, of course, because there's nothing about my disease that can be normal, I reached out to him, got an appointment, and turns out we didn't really talk about that too much. We did at the end of the appointment because I brought it up, and he was all happy to hear me say that I'm willing to donate whatever the heck I need to in order for them to help their research and potentially help my own cancer. But that wasn't the good news. The good news was that he looked through my records and my, the pathology reports and everything like that, and he found 2 mutations in my cancer cells that can be directly targeted with the right medications. That means it'll be, if these medications work, and if the cancer reacts to them, it'll be easier to break it down, which means it'll be easier to shoot me into remission. It's like the first, like, positive thing I've heard since I got this, basically. Like, straight up. It's like the best news I've gotten about my disease since I had it. So, that's insane. It's amazing. And so this specialist doctor is going to be a consultant to my oncologist, basically. I don't know if they've actually, like, connected yet. I sent out a message to his specialist nurse navigator. I'm probably going to contact mine here soon. It's about as much water as you're going to see me drink. So, I'm trying to kick its butt, man. We're going to get there. You know, before I had my own, like, willpower, my own, like, faith in my own, like, support from my friends and everyone in this community, that's, like, your support has been seriously, like, insanely, like, amazing to me. And I really appreciate everybody. Seriously, like, everyone on the internet that's literally, like, just made a small comment here and there about, you know, how they're supporting me and whatnot. That feels amazing. It really does. So, yeah, that's all I had before. And now I have all of that and this tangible thing that I can hold on to and be like, oh my gosh, it's really possible for me to get to the end of this. Like, I might actually get to the other side of this. Now I have actual, like, hope that I can get to the other side of this. And I never, like, before it was just, I'm going to because I was going to will it. But now I have something to hold on to, and it's just, like, it's an amazing feeling to know that now there is actually something out there that really feels like it's a thing. And the specialist was all, like, he was all, like, positive and whatnot. He felt extremely knowledgeable about my like, he specializes in my specific cancer in the first place, which, is the reason you go to him. But yeah, you're right, Crafty. Hope is a powerful thing. It really is. Hope is, especially in this situation, hope is like all you got, and it's nice to be able to have that. So we'll see. But even if that works, I'm probably still going to have I think they said 26 chemo sessions that they had planned out for me. And I'd have to believe mostly because, it's just like taking an antibiotic. You don't just stop taking the antibiotic when you, when you feel better. You take the whole thing. How did I find this doctor? Well, so interesting story on that. Attorney friend of mine contacted me. She has contacts with this organization that literally pairs you up with the right hospital for a second opinion. I was originally looking to go with the Cleveland Clinic because they're really good at the cancer center. But this organization, I was talking to the lady, and basically they help you schedule appointments and hook you up with the right people to schedule appointments faster. And they actually recommended this university hospital in Cleveland because they have a really good GI oncology program. And since I have colon cancer and major issues with my gut right now, it seemed like a good pairing, so I said, yeah, sure, let's do that then. So, basically then, what happened from there is I got in contact with what they call a nurse navigator in this university hospitals in Cleveland. By the way, if you ever get to come in contact with a nurse navigator, it's like the most amazing position that anyone's ever created. Hello, Beaver. Hello, Beaver. Got two beavers here. Nice. Anyway, no, a nurse navigator, basically what they do is they're like your point of contact. You contact them, and then they can get a hold of doctors. They get a hold of anybody for you, pretty much. They're your main point of contact, and they're really flipping useful. And I love mine, because I have one here. But I was put in contact with their nurse navigator, and at first I was going to be paired up with two different doctors, one of two different doctors, because they were part of the GI program, the GI oncology program. And then as she's going through my records right before I got scheduled, she's like, "Oh, you've got these. We just noticed that you have these signet ring cells in your cancer, and we have somebody who's directly researching that and is pretty much leading the country in researching those. So I'd like to pair you up with him instead." And I'm like, "Sure, why not? That sounds great." So I got paired up with this guy instead, and he was flipping amazing on Thursday when I talked to him. It was virtual, so thankfully I didn't have to drive to Cleveland, because nobody wants to drive to Cleveland. Anyway, no, it was an amazing appointment. 20 minutes of just this guy and understanding everything I'm talking about. Even my gut problem right now, he straight up said that he's had patients with that that have had their guts cleared up after X amount of treatments and whatnot. So it's entirely possible that I'm gonna be able to eat food again, which makes me so happy. But we'll see on that. I would seriously just like to be able to eat again. Like, that's really the major thing right now, because I loved cooking. And now it's like I could cook, but I can't eat it. It's kind of a thing. But as I've told many people, I think the first thing I'm going to do when I can actually eat normal food again is order wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, because I freaking miss chicken wings. I want chicken wings. It's like my main thing right now is I want to have some nice, thick chicken wings I can just, like, pound into. I've actually, I don't know how many of you saw me before, like, these cancer vlogs and whatnot, but I've lost about 30 pounds. Like, since March. It's well, thank you guys. I hope so. I really do. But I've lost about 30 pounds since March, and I'm at like 170. Well, today when I stepped on the scale at the doctor's office or the hospital, it was 179 with all my clothes on. So, yeah, realistic, absolutely. Because, the first time, like, as much as I would love to do that immediately, when my gut, like, finally starts to, like, speed up to normal again, as much as I keep telling everybody I'm going to go on a fast food binge, that'll come later. The first thing I think is going to happen is I'm going to be drinking a lot of juice. Maybe some tomato soup here and there, which I actually researched on how to make. I'm probably going to be like on a full liquid diet for at least a little while, just to make sure everything's, proceeding normally. Once that's established, then we'll go out and party. But yeah, like right now, I think when I get into, like, hey, my gut feels like it's, because that's the other thing too, like, it's not going to be something that's diagnosed. I'm just going to have to notice that it's better. So it's going to be a slow ride. But once that happens, I can get in touch with my oncologist and tell him, hey, I'm starting to be able to eat food again. It's digesting like normal. It's not taking 4 hours and it's not hurting my gut. So, guys, I definitely don't need a weight donation. I'm kind of okay being like this, except I know it's not going to last because I'm going to pig out the moment I can, and I'm probably just going to regain all of that. Honestly, right now, I think I've lost a lot of weight because I can't intake a ton of liquid. It's probably where, like, most of my weight's gone. Because, like, literally, I can take tiny sips of this, like this, at a time, and I got to space that out enough that it doesn't, like, unless I have my decompression bag, like, hooked up to my G-tube. I have a G-tube. It's a gastrus, I don't know what it means, but it's a tube that's hooked into my stomach that basically I can use to, excuse me, to decompress my stomach, which is basically sucking out the stomach acid. It's not pretty, but it makes it so I don't feel nauseous or, like, problematic in there. But my palliative care doctor actually prescribed me something that limits stomach acid. So it's not been as bad lately, thank God. I have a palliative care doctor. I will say when I first found out I was getting a palliative care doctor, that definitely made me feel a little on edge, because palliative care, you hear that term and you think end of life care. We're going to make you as comfortable as we can as you die. But it turns out palliative care really just means we're going to make you as comfortable as possible while you're going through treatment, which is not end of life. So that was made very clear to me pretty early on, just because I was panicking and People are like, no, it's okay. You'll be fine. So, they have not actually offered me any medication to limit my hunger, so to speak, but it's not too bad. It does suck to feel hungry, like, pretty much all the time. But a lot of that's my own cravings, I think. Like, just remembering what things taste like a nice ribeye steak with onions, or, Big Mac from McDonald's, or boneless, skinless chicken thighs in the air fryer. You know what really sucks? I bought an air fryer, like a new air fryer, while I was in the hospital, and I get out and I can't even really use it. So it's still sitting in the box right now. I've heard that some people like have their taste buds change while they're on chemo, but it doesn't happen to everybody. It does happen though. Yeah, Jiggly, exactly. So, I had to like get away from my worry of what palliative care really meant. Because the thing is, people give me all these like books and whatnot on the cancer stuff and whatnot. As much as I appreciate it, the first chapter I went to in this was the one they talk about dealing with basically death. And that's where they talked all about your palliative care doctor and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, God, why? But thankfully, my chemotherapy appears to not do a lot of the things that others do, like the nausea. Because it does come with, like, anti-nausea medicine in the first place. Like, that's part of the actual chemotherapy. And then, like, this apparently doesn't have the hair loss that, like, a lot of other chemos do. Oh, geez, I'll bet there. Yeah, I'm sure, like, my palate's probably going to change, which I hope it doesn't change much. But, I think I have a DNR, actually. I have a living will and a durable power of attorney for healthcare. My father's the main agent on both of those because, I haven't experienced that either, One Warped Angel, like, at least so far. And I did have this, two cycles of this in the hospital over, like, the end of May and the beginning of June. So, yeah, it is pretty scary, actually. So, yeah, I was able to, like, I didn't have the neuro issues. Like, so apparently with my chemo, the biggest thing is, like, an aversion to cold. Like, I can, like, apparently you're supposed to, like, when you grab something cold, it's supposed to, like, make your hand tingle or worse and whatnot. And then if you drink it, it's been described to me as feeling like you have a chicken bone in the back of your throat. Which, doesn't really sound fun. But they basically said if you feel it with your hand, don't consume it until it warms up. Like room temperature or whatnot. I'm like, okay. Thankfully, I don't have too much of that problem because, again, I can't eat food. Anyway, yeah, that was, but yeah, no, so I'm on what's called a TPN. It's a 12-hour infusion, so every night around 8 o'clock, I hook this thing up. I got a backpack for it in case I walk around the house. And basically, I get infused with all of the nutrients that I need to have to live and whatnot. But, it's fine. It was a 24-hour thing, and then they weaned it down to a 16-hour thing, and now it's 12. I love ice water, too. Like, water is the main drink I drink. Just because, like, little milk in the morning, normally with my cereal. And then after that, it's pretty much water. Every so often, you have like pop or soda, whatever the heck you want to call it. Not going to get into that debate. But, it's just... like right now, as I said, the only thing I can really do is sip some water here and there. I bought some apple juice, and I could like take sips of that too. But turns out apple juice is really acidic, and that kind of hurt after a little bit. So I decided to not. I have drank a couple of Sprites here and there. Mostly when I do that, I have it's a Foley bag. It's hooked up to my G-tube here, so I can like basically I'll drink it and basically drains out of me. My only hope with that is that like I absorb at least some of the calories in it, because I clearly need some, because I'm skinny as all hell right now, and it's not. I don't know. I look good, I guess, but like I need energy. It's the biggest thing is like I haven't streamed much at all because I've had no energy to do so. Honestly, it's kind of odd today. Like I suddenly feel much better as far as energy level goes. I feel like could do something like this. I may actually start streaming on my Twitch channel once I'm done here. Excuse me. But yeah, today I don't know why, but I feel like I have some energy, like suddenly. I actually already have a colostomy bag, Karen. It is, in fact, see one orbed angel. It is, in fact, temporary. They can reverse it. Like it's totally reversible. The only thing is that they have to wait through the chemotherapy, because they can't do it now. So, yeah, dude, yesterday, like, I was on Schrodinger Cat's stream, with the law and disorder stream that he does every month with us lawyers, which is probably one of the most fun things that I do. So, yeah, but around, like, after 2 hours, which I was shocked I made it that long, I'm like, I can't go any further. I have another show I do on Saturdays around 9:30ish. It's a tabletop RPG game over on our Twitch channel called the Bay City Chronicles. Like, I was worried I was going to have no energy for that, and I was able to get through it, but I actually had to go lay down and take like a 20-minute power nap before the stream started. We use Discord for like the calls and the video cam and whatnot. And I told a friend of mine, like, when this call starts, call my cell phone so I know and I will wake up to it. And which is what happened. I think I got in like about, I think it was like 30 or 40 minutes. Because we didn't really start till like 9:30. And that was us getting like the call in to each other or whatnot. And we started kind of late, but that's okay. None of us minded because we all wanted to like relax. Or we just had all things to do and whatnot. Oh, thank you, Beaver. I'm trying to, I want to keep these vlogs going a lot more. I was not a coffee or tea person. Honestly, the most caffeine I consumed was energy drink, like every day. Like one energy drink every day. But honestly, ever since I got out of the hospital after my surgery, I've not had any caffeine. Like, really. Because I've just not needed it. And I didn't have the caffeine headaches and whatnot. I guess it's because when I was in the hospital after my surgery, not only did I not have any caffeine to drink, but I had all sorts of painkillers going. So my thought is that I probably got the caffeine withdrawal headaches and didn't notice. It's good to go through withdrawal in the hospital. My energy drink of choice is the the Monster, like, sugar-free, like, ones. I need sugar-free. Because the others don't, like, if it's got sugar in it, like, I will be, like, I'll get a boost for 30 minutes, and then I will crash. Like, hard crash. And I'm not even diabetic. It's just hard crash after that. So I need to have, like, sugar-free energy drinks. And the Monster, like, what was it? It's the orange can. It's like Ultra Sunrise or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, drugs can be your friends when they need to. As I mentioned right now, I actually am wearing a fentanyl patch that is giving me a dose of fentanyl every whatever over the course of 72 hours. Along with that, I also have liquid oxycodone. These are all been prescribed by my palliative care doctor. Apparently, your palliative care doctor can prescribe way more things than even your normal practitioner can prescribe. Like on the side of like opiates and whatnot. Like they can prescribe almost anything. So, you know, it's a thing. But she actually also prescribed me a sleep aid. Because, like, I'm like, I can't sleep through the night. Like, it's too much pain, too uncomfortable. I cannot get to sleep through the night. So she prescribed me something for that. First time I took it, I slept for like 7 hours. Straight up. It's like, yay! That's great! Man, I feel tired today, but, you know. So I took it a second day in a row. I slept for 12 hours. And then I was so tired, I continued to, like, go back into my bedroom and sleep more. Like, long naps to the point where my Fitbit registered 12 hours of sleep in one day. I'm like, you know, maybe I shouldn't take this 2 days in a row. Maybe that's a problem. Yeah, I know Steve and Chess are going live. I should probably end this soon because I don't really want to overstep them, but yeah, all the sleep though, it was insane. So you guys got any like questions you want to ask about how everything's going? I don't really know what else to talk about. I've been rambling for 33 minutes as it is, so yeah, that was pretty close to it anyway. Like, that was a lot of sleep. It was a lot of sleep. I will probably take one today. Well, let me tell you, no doctor has told me it's not. And they clearly have seen it, so yes. Again, I think most of the weight that I've lost has come from not being able to retain liquid since I'm not drinking any. Well, thanks everybody. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Seriously, you guys are really flipping awesome from even coming over here and watching me ramble about my cancer for 34 minutes now. So, you guys are flipping awesome, and I love you guys. Yeah, like, that's kind of always been, like, before I was making little videos here and there about my mental health issues. Which, like, the point of that was to help end the stigma of mental health, which I really want to get back to. But, you know, I kind of have bigger problems right now. So, well, as I said, the nutrients are being, like, injected into me through IVs at night. As you might see here, I have a PICC line. That's where I put that stuff. Actually getting pretty good at, like, hooking that up now. I agree, Crafty. I mean, I've never been one that's, like, shied away from talking about whatever condition I have, whether it be depression, ADHD, or cancer now. And I started the cancer vlogs pretty much because I needed an outlet to talk about this, because, you know, it's the big C everyone talks. everybody's scared of, you know? It's that big C. But turns out that, you know, it's good. It's good to talk about it a ton. Never fear a blood draw. Like, considering how many times I was, like, stabbed in the hospital, because it's every single day, and I was there for basically a month. So, like, at this point, like, I'm just, like, they come in, I'm just like, here you go. Just, like, blink. Just take the blood and be done with it. Like, yeah, it's kind of enjoyable. Yeah, I wouldn't call it enjoyable. I would just call it nothing. Because in the hospital, it was just straight up, you know, put the needle in, get like the couple vials of blood they needed, and then, you know, heading out. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it's going well. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything I have to talk about at the moment. Thank you guys all for, again, thank you all for being here. And yeah, I do have a little bit more energy today. It's strange. So probably in about I might in an hour or so start streaming on my Twitch channel. I'm not sure of that yet. Don't hold me to that, but I might do that later today. So the link for it is technically in the description below. But I'll throw it in the chat here a few times because, you know, reasons. But that's my Twitch channel where I do all my video gaming streaming. I might, if I do stream, it's probably going to be something really relaxing, like Roller Coaster Tycoon. Started playing that again yesterday. It's been a while. Had to pull out the instruction book to be like, how do you do things again? But I love that game. I might actually do that. I might actually stream that later. I don't know. We'll see. I'm either going to be streaming that later on my Twitch channel or I'm going to be sleeping. One of the two. I can't stand Minecraft. I'm sorry. I just can't. It's never looked interesting to me. It's never looked like something I want to play. Just no. I was in the middle of a Persona 5 Royale playthrough. At some point, I would like to get back and finish because I was actually pretty close to the end. So I need to get back to that, but you know. I might do that, Crafty. That was a very interesting topic, and like I think my problem with David's presentation is, and I'm just gonna say this, why not? Is basically like the reasons he doesn't like plea bargaining can be fixed in other ways. It's not the plea bargaining he's really upset with; he just doesn't realize it. But that's just me. I don't know. But yeah, do you know what time that's going to be, Crafty? Because as it turns out, I have a whole lot of nothing to do in most of my days because I ain't going to work. I'm still on like sick time and whatnot. I've been off work since March 29th. By the way, let me tell you, like sidebar, how much money you save when you don't have to buy food. Alright, that's no problem. I'll just keep an eye out on the channel. I think I've got the notification bell, like, rung, so whatever. But yeah, no, like, my checking account is stupidly high right now because I'm not spending anything. It's weird. Like, I'm saving money unintentionally. So. But as I said, once I can eat food again, I'm probably going to overbuy stuff, but that's okay. I don't care. All right, everybody. I think that's going to do it for me for now. Yeah, not a recommended saving plan. Not at all. Also not a recommended weight loss program. I would not recommend getting cancer as a way to lose weight. Just saying. Don't do that. Like, 2 out of 10, would not recommend. The only reason I'm giving it a 2 is because it actually works. Kidding, like BW3s is not that expensive when you like take into account what they give you. Arby's, on the other hand, I'm probably saving up, a lot of money just to go eat there once because they're stupid expensive. Right? Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me in this vlog here. Thank you again, all of you, for being here. Seriously, you guys are amazing, and I love you all. Everybody that's in here, everyone who's just been so supportive online, sent me messages and over Twitch or in the left comments on these videos. Just you guys are awesome, and I love you all. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next vlog whenever that's going to be. Bye all.